We all rush to win in life, but have you ever wondered why many still fail? This story has the answer. In a quiet little village surrounded by green fields lived an old man named Adam. His beard had turned silver, his back slightly bent, but his eyes still shone with wisdom. People respected him for his calm nature. He always said the same line, "Patience wins every race." But most villagers thought he said it just to avoid hard work. One summer, the headman of the village announced a grand race during the annual festival. It was not just a race of running, it was a test of endurance. Participants had to carry a pot of water from the river to the temple on top of the hill. The headman declared the rules of the festival race, but he left one challenge hidden, a test that would decide who truly deserved victory. The young men of the village were excited. They trained their bodies, stretched their legs, and ran around the fields to show off their speed. Nobody even thought of inviting Adam. After all, what could an old man do in a race of the young? But on the day of the festival, to everyone's surprise, Adam stood quietly at the starting line, holding his clay pot. Laughter filled the air. "Old man, are you here to watch or to race?" one boy teased. Adam only smiled. "To race," he said. The gong sounded, and the competitors ran with all their energy. Dust rose behind them, their legs pounded the ground, and their hearts beat fast. They wanted victory, fame, and applause. Adam, however, walked slowly, balancing the pot with both hands. He did not rush. The young men dashed forward with all their strength, their feet pounding against the earth. In just minutes, they had covered half the race, rushing far ahead of Adam, and it seemed certain that the old man had already lost. Adam was nowhere near them, walking slowly, left far behind. One by one, their steps grew heavy, their breaths turning sharp and ragged. Sweat streamed down their faces as they struggled to keep balance. Adam, meanwhile, kept walking, step by steady step. Whenever the path became rough, he paused, adjusted his grip, and moved forward. His pot remained intact, water still shining inside it under the sun. After a long and grueling climb, the grand temple bells finally came into sight. The young men dragged themselves to the steps, their bodies drained of all strength. One by one, they sank to the ground, placing their pots aside, waiting anxiously for the headman to declare the winner. Moments later, Adam arrived, last but calm. He placed his pot on the steps of the temple. The crowd gasped. The headman inspected everyone's pot and announced, "Adam is the winner of this race." The crowd stood in shock, unable to believe what they had just witnessed. The young men had raced ahead with speed, but in their haste, they forgot the true purpose of the challenge. Some broke their pots on the rocky path, others spilled their water in their rush to finish. But Adam's pot remained full, steady, and safe. The hidden challenge was never about reaching first. It was about reaching with the pot still full of water. The young men had tried to win the race, yet Adam had completed it. The headman asked, "Adam, tell us, how did you manage this at your age?" The old man smiled gently and said, "Everyone desires quick success, chasing results with restless hearts. But the truth is, success that comes too quickly often fades just as fast. Real achievement belongs to those who work with patience and consistency, step by steady step. For only through endurance and discipline can success truly last and bring peace." In that moment, silence replaced laughter, as pride turned into respect. That day, Adam's words became a living truth. Patience wins every race. This story reminds us that life will always test us with rocky paths and heavy burdens. The impatient will break, but the patient will endure. Every pause, every careful step is part of the journey. In the end, Patience makes us not just winners, but keepers of what truly matters. Tell me in the comments, has patience ever helped you win in life? If yes, share your experience. And don't forget to support this channel with a like and subscribe.